variable. We can let's initialize a variable, and we can give it name as the image download URL. That is image which we will upload to the Firebase storage. As I told you, as a response, when it is uploaded successfully, as a response we get a link, and that link is basically called the download URL, and it is unique for each and every image. That is, each and every image we upload, it will have their own unique URL, with the help of which we can access that image, or you can say those images. So let's just do that. We can say vet, and then we can say, we can implement now this method. Okay, upload image to storage. Storage simply means the Firebase storage, which is basically, as I told you when we were creating this storage. This will hold any image file or any video file. Okay, it will be saved to the storage. So to this method which we are going to implement, to this we will pass the image file which the user picked from gallery, or you can say capture with phone camera. Okay, so that image file which the user choose from phone gallery, we will pass this as a parameter to this new method which we will implement now, which is of course for uploading the image to Firebase storage. So let's just quickly implement this. So down here below this method, we can say upload image to storage, and as you know, we are passing image file to this method, so we have to receive it here. So we can simply say file, and that is basically image file. And as I told you, when we upload image to the Firebase storage, it returns us a link, that is the download URL. So we have to, this method must return that link, or you can say that download URL. So this will be basically a future method of type string, that is download URL. Okay, it must return. So now let's just write the uploading code. So we can say reference, which is basically the Firebase storage reference, and let's give it name as reference equals to Firebase storage dot instance dot reference, and we are going to create a folder basically using code, of course. Just let me show it to you. Inside the storage, for all users, okay, that is all users profile images, we will save to a folder. Let's create a unique folder for it. Okay, so inside that folder we will have all the users images. So that folder name will be, let's give it a name, we can say .child, and the folder name will be profile images. So inside this profile images folder, all the user profile images will be saved to it, and then each image we will recognize by the user unique ID, that is using the user which we get basically from the Firebase auth, or you can say from the Firebase authentication. Once the user is created successfully inside the Firebase authentication, I will show it to you, okay, the UID once we register the first user. So when the user is authenticated successfully, then in the authentication each user get their own unique UID. So each profile image of the user inside the profile images folder, we can recognize it by their ID, by their user unique ID, which is called UID. So let's just quickly implement that. We can simply say Firebase auth dot instance dot current user dot UID. Make sure to add a null check with the current user. So this is our reference. Now what it means, inside the profile images, each user profile image will be saved by this name. Now this name is basically the user unique ID. So inside the profile images there will be, let's say, millions of users profile images. Okay, their profile images will be there. So each user profile image inside the profile images folder we can recognize by their user unique ID as the name of the image will be according to the user profile image. As you know, at one time the user can have only one picture. Each user can have only one picture. Of course, then there can be millions and billions number of users. So each user image, profile image, we can recognize by their unique UID. That is, the profile image will be saved by the user unique ID, which is called the UID. Okay, this UID. So anyways, now let's just continue and let's upload. So we can say upload task equals to reference dot put file, and we have to pass our image file to it. So we can say image file. So what it will do, it will just put the file, that is, it will start uploading our image file to the Firebase storage. So that thing, that is, as you know, uploading can take seconds, so we have to wait for it. Let's say if you have slow internet connection, then it can take a minute or more than a minute, so we have to wait for that. So we can say task snapshot equals to wait. Let's make this method asynchronous, as we have to wait. So we have to wait for the upload task, okay, in order to upload it successfully. So we wait for the image to upload successfully, and then once it is uploaded successfully, what we can do, we can then wait for getting the download URL. As you know that, as I told you, once the image is uploaded successfully, which we can know from this task snapshot object. So once the image is uploaded successfully, as a response we will get the image link, that specific image link. And as I told you, each image will have their own unique URL, or you can say unique link, and that link or that URL is called the download URL of that image, with the help of which we can access each image, each and every image. So we can just say where task snapshot dot reference dot get download URL. So with the help of this task snapshot, as I told you, once the image is uploaded successfully, then as a response we get the download URL. So once we get that download URL, we have to of course assign it to some variable. So you can say string type, let's give it name as download URL of uploaded image, that is the image which is uploaded successfully. So the download URL of uploaded image we get inside this variable, as we assign that URL to this variable. So now of course, as I told you, this method must return this download URL of uploaded image. Okay, so this is returned by this method. So as a response, now when we call this method, okay, what it will do, to this method we are passing the image file. So that image file we are receiving here, so it is saved inside the profile images folder by the user unique ID as a name. Okay, that ID is basically the name for that specific image, which we are going to upload. So it will be saved in this location, that is inside the profile images, by the user ID name it will be saved. Okay, and once it is uploaded we get the download URL, and that download URL is returned by this method. So that download URL we assign to this variable. As you know that when we call this method, it will return the download URL, so we have to get that. So that URL we assign to this variable. So now as we have the image download URL, next thing is to just save the user data to the Firestore database.